But like, if you think he's not a popular figure, or rather like he's not seen as like a popular figure among the rank and files, like filers, I think that he's got a lot of political capital in the, I would say, in the union right now due to the UPS contracts. As a Teamster rank and file guy, obviously not happy about O'Brien being at the RNC, but the union as a whole is conservatives. I don't think the union as a whole is conservative as fuck. You're cutting in and out. Can you fix your audio? Wait, no, I'm not. I'm not. Reaction from some Teamsters president face backlash over unconscionable GOP convention speech. I don't know. Anyway, let's continue.
Issues that affect working people in this country. I also, and I didn't hear this last night, I also encourage collaboration on both sides, because right now there's such a line drawn in the sand and there's such venom throughout this country. There's nothing that can get done, and we need to stop that.
But that's not what I asked, Sean. I mean, given all of that, Republicans liked you and liked hearing from you. Democrats don't give a damn whether they get a chance to hear from you. Just on that level, what do you think?
Dude, everybody always fucking talks about how this union or that union is full of hogs, okay? Yes, unions have a lot of right-wing in the rank and file. Overall, though, unions still overwhelmingly vote Democratic Party, okay? Please stop. Like, and the Teamsters is no different, okay? Like, I hate that. There are certain unions whose rank and file are more in support of the Republican Party. Obviously, police unions being a key one. But beyond that, most fucking unions are still overwhelmingly Democrat. They vote Democrat. What the fuck are we talking about? Now, you can talk about how the Democratic Party is taking the union vote for granted, which is true, which is why for a lot of for the past couple cycles now at this point, more and more union rank and filers are voting away from the Democratic Party because they feel as though neither party represents their interests. That has changed dramatically, in my opinion, over this last cycle, however, because one, Donald Trump is super anti-union, at least at the tail end of his presidency. That much was made very clear to people. And number two, Joe Biden has been pretty fucking pro-union. He has. He's been, like, for all of his faults, for all of his failures, and I certainly have criticized him quite a bit. I said I wasn't going to vote for Joe Biden, and I will still openly recognize that he is. Oh, my God. You're trying to fucking... No, you're trying to do top of the hour ad break. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Fuck you, okay? You're taking a day off, Western Bing. Not only was that a two-parter, but that was also specifically a two-parter that I know you know is going to piss me off. Okay? You know, every time I say Joe Biden has been more pro-union than every other fucking recent Democratic or Republican leadership, someone always in the chat says, what about the railroad strikes? I've explained it 1,000 million gorillion fucking times at this point. I hate having to repeat that over and over again in this fucking community. Google it, okay? Look up what the railroad union thinks about Joe Biden, okay, and what he has done. Anyway, at the top of the hour, there is a three-minute ad break, though, okay? You can form a bit of a union against that 3-minute ad break by subscribing for $6 or for free with a Twitch Prime, okay? By connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, you get one free Prime subscription a month. Use it on your favorite broadcaster. Hopefully that's me. Okay? Here's the 3-minute ad break now.
Real quick.
Well, listen, they've taken their position, and I'm going to take my position moving forward. And, you know, we've given the Democrats a lot of money over the last 2.5 years, much more than we're giving the Republicans. And look, that's what it comes down to at the end of the day.
Will you stop doing that if you're not invited, if they ignore you?
Listen, I'm not. We're gonna invest in candidates on both sides that are actually going to represent working people. And that's what we're going to do. There's going to be no more free rides for anybody.
So wait a minute, they're not inviting you. You would not consider now withholding funds until they do and until something changes? What?
No, we're going to look at situations. Look, this DNC's over with. We're going to look at situations like they always do. Both sides come to us asking us for support. And, you know, if the situation isn't right for our members, they're not going to get the free ride that they've gotten under our previous administration or anybody else. Look, this is, you know, we're not upset about it. It's just, you know, the reality is they didn't invite us, and we've been around 121 years. We're going to continue to be around for another 121 years. And if people's noses are out of their joints because we have a voice of America, you know, everybody talked about how essential Teamsters were during the pandemic. You haven't heard one iota from both sides on how the essential workers are now. You don't hear anything about essential workers. We are still very relevant and essential to this country.
Well, you wouldn't know it at the Democratic convention thus far.
I guess that's how you can look at it, but I'm looking at it as an opportunity to, again, showcase how valuable we are, and we will.
All right. Sean O'Brien, thank you very much.
Thanks.
We will have more after this.
Click here to
Fox News calling Sean a cuck. Why is chat being mad at what he's saying? He's completely correct over the Democrats having to earn the union support and not getting it or not granted. I think there's one line I never cross. Okay? There's one line I don't cross.
And my colleague Ouija J.
As much as I criticize the Democratic Party, and the Democratic Party deserves, well, I don't cross the picket line either. There's two lines I don't cross, okay? Two lines. One, the picket line, and two, the fucking crossing over the boundaries and going over to the Republican side to even a little bit lie at the behest of the Republican Party. If I'm not going to sit here and lie to you about the Democratic Party, I am damn sure not going to fucking lie to you in defense of the Republicans. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's precisely what he did. He went to, out of both parties, okay? Obviously, neither party openly demonstrates and openly defends the interests of working class Americans all that aggressively. And I understand that. I appreciate that. I agree with that. But to turn around and go to the Republican Party and fucking talk about Ronald Reagan and how your union historically endorsed one of the biggest union busters, like the worst singular force for American unions. That is unacceptable, okay? That is completely unacceptable. That is a historical, you're literally chickens for KFC at that point, okay? You're a chicken advocating for KFC. That's what you're doing, to use a classic like Hasbro line here, okay? Ridiculous. Looked around before saying it? No, I'm just like, there's a lot. My ADHD is going crazy right now. I know. U.S. officials say Gaza deal's on the edge of collapse. Yeah, no shit, dude. There's only one reason for that, by the way. Hello? This fucking dipshit right here literally lied and said that there were new conditions set forward by Israel and that Israel accepted those conditions. Hamas is the one who was like, yeah, what the fuck? You're adding new conditions. We don't want that shit. You said you were going to be committed to the old deal. And then he turned around and he said, oh, Netanyahu actually agreed to the deal. And then Netanyahu was like, no, I didn't actually. What the fuck is going on? There's like people literally in Israel. Israeli officials were like, when the fuck did Netanyahu agree to the deal? I don't think he did. He's the one who's actually holding the deal back. So yeah, I wonder why. I wonder why it's fucking collapsing. Because these guys are fucking dickheads. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking. Hassan is cosplaying as a Chicago Black House commentator. And Trump calling Netanyahu, asking him not to do a deal until after the election. I mean, there is no fucking, we don't know if that's 100% correct. But if that is even 10% correct, that is so fucking insane. I don't know. I'm gonna be hanging out with Ro Khanna in a second. I'll ask him some of these questions. Okay. Holy fuck, he looks like shit. Key moment from Blinken's gaggle that just wrapped in Doha is his reaffirmation that the United States does not accept the long-term occupation of Gaza by Israel and that the U.S. plan to put forward details of clear schedules and locations for IDF withdrawal. Bro, now he's sullying the talks. What are you, Hamas, bro? This is the Hamas proposal again. It fucking blows my mind that this dickhead is now literally running the Hamas line. Is hot in Qatar, says Qatari Cat. Anyway, here, let's watch. This is the Michigan guy.
Unions succeed, all workers win.
I think he's going to talk about Gaza. I got to go pee-pee.
I was raised in a union household.
Okay.
My father was a teacher, and my mother a nurse's aide. And they gave me and my sisters what every parent wants to provide for their children, an opportunity to pursue their dreams. I went to public school, I worked odd jobs, became an Eagle Scout. And Kamala Harris and Tim Walz grew up just like me. And I know they will fight for all of us. They will make it easier to raise our families and to retire with dignity. Just look at the record. As Vice President, Kamala Harris helped pass legislation that finally allowed Medicare to negotiate and lower the cost of prescription drugs. She brought manufacturing jobs back to the United States of America. And as governor, Tim Walz